Well, hello everybody. I wanted to share a couple things with y'all. For one, this beautiful sunset sky over Lubbock, Texas. Man, it was just absolutely amazing. The color spectrum in it and all. But anyway, I'll let you look at this while I go on about what the video is. And the video is going to be about Bushcraft 101, a field guide to the art of wilderness survival by Dave Canterbury. Well, besides growing up a tomboy and, making forts and doing all that kind of stuff, as I got older, I always had what they called a bug out bag, or a backpack, or a rucksack. All pretty much the same thing. And of course, you build yours to suit yourself, okay? To suit your skill level and your abilities. But this is 101. Excuse me, so we're just starting. So I wanted to share with you on this review of Dave Canterbury's Bushcraft 101 book is this is a whole series of books, and they're really good for the beginner to it's a step-by-step guide. You cannot go wrong with this. I mean, come on. And he is very detailed and kind-hearted to the novice in his book series on these bushcraft skills and stuff and the things that you'll need. But one of the cool things is in the 101, it shows you how to build your bug out bag, your rucksack, your backpack, pretty much your survival bag. And this is for those who are not accustomed to having a get home bag and such like that. So here we go. All right. Preconceived notions, especially when one is fairly brought up in their influence, are most difficult to shake off. And that's a quote from Stuart Edward White, Camping Trail, 1907. And this is like the beginning of his book, the introduction. And what comes to my mind when I read this next part is bushcraft is a term for wilderness skills and is the practice of surviving and thriving in the natural world. To effectively practice bushcraft, you must master a unique skill set that includes firecraft, navigation, trapping, creating shelter, tracking, and the use of tools, both modern and primitive. He goes on to say that you want to carry the knowledge and skills needed to create necessary items straight from the landscape and to thrive in the woods without the modern comforts available today. And it takes great determination. Another thing that I like about Dave Canterbury is he's very, he's thorough. And he says in his introduction, guided by his experience, one will discover all that you'll need for expeditions, from preparing your pack to setting up camp to choosing tools and supplies. He says that his handbooks include clear instructions, which they do, and they navigate. They teach you on navigation, fire making, trapping, fishing, foraging, and more. He goes on to say you'll even learn the best ways to conserve resources, both natural and man-made. Tried and true instructions, tips, and tricks found here in his series will give you the important bushcrafting skills you need to transition from indoor living to surviving and thriving in the natural world. All right, so when you practice bushcraft, Dave Canterbury goes on to say that you are a self-contained unit. You must carry all you need on your back and on your person, everything necessary to sustain you for the duration of your trip, or in my case, the bug out. And you have to include anything for an emergency as well. There are 5 C's that he lists in this book, and I think that they're very important, and they help me to develop my bug out bag, my bushcraft bag, and my rucksack, which is to me all the same thing. And the 5 C's of survivability are cutting tools to manufacture needed items and to process food, cover elements to create a microclimate of protection from the elements, combustion devices for creating fires, not only to preserve and cook food, but also to make medicines and provide needed warmth, containers to carry water over distances or to protect collected food sources, and cordage for binding and lashing. You must choose the right elements for your kit and must ensure that these items are of best quality. In addition, you must make sure that they will perform several needed tasks. Okay, this is important. Everything you've got has to have a purpose other than what it is on its own. One of the most important takeaways from Dave Canterbury's book here is he says to remember always to think outside the box about uses for items you carry. Every item should have 3 uses. Okay, well, overall, this Bushcraft 101 by Dave Canterbury has helped me to develop my bug out bag. And of course, I prepare for worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is that you have to walk with what you got in your pocket or on your back. So keep that in mind, preppers.